I knew them before they were married, and I think Barney is a very lucky guy. Let's just put it that way.
Brian has a depth that is astounding. He's also the best persuader I've ever met.
Don't want to preach to no one tonight. Just want to tell my tale.
We see a lot of nice names above the doors of JCCs and communities across the US and Canada, but there are particular JCCs where the names are not just above the doors, but they're in the hallways, they're in the DNA of the institution itself.
Barbara's vision was clear and her support was unyielding. She and Barney were not only generous with their resources, but really smart about how to execute this.
Brian is a visionary, and he dreams big and inspires others along the way.
The Osher's reputation as philanthropic leaders, visionary leaders, but also philanthropists who roll up their sleeves, who are invested in their community, not just financially, but with their time and with their presence and with their energy, is also emblematic of what great Jewish institutions look like.
In 1974, there was a capital campaign for the Greater Bay Area Jewish community, and some funds were set aside for the Marin JCC. Rabbi Brian Lurie, then CEO of the Regional Jewish Community Federation, had an idea.
I, along with some pretty smart people, decided the best thing that we could do was buy 2 acres of land that was for sale between the center and the synagogue. Without that purchase, there would be no complex today.
The whole idea was really, I felt that, okay, there's a synagogue, there's going to be a day school, but how about moving the two communities, I mean the Jewish and the non-Jewish community together, and JCC is the perfect place to do that.
Michael Berenbaum, who was the rabbi at Rodef Sholem, was totally amenable. He could have killed the whole project because it was so unusual to have a center synagogue sharing like they were going to share, but he was enthusiastically in support of it, even though the synagogue itself didn't do anything to enhance its physical stature.
I think it was no accident that Brian identified my dad as the next rabbi of Rodef Sholem to the hiring committee of Rodef Sholem, and he had a vision for Marin, and I think my dad helped realize that vision for Marin. And it was his community and part of their partnership and their friendship, I think, that helped bring Brian's dream likely to fruition.
What we really remember is the excitement of the project itself. And I remember it opening and seeing the campus for the first time. That space between the center and Rodef Sholem used to be this grass hill that we would go out and play on after services. And all of a sudden, we pull in one day to the center and to Rodef, and it's one big thing. And it was really exciting.
Without Barbara's influence, Barney would not have given the lead gift that he gave. She pushed that through. And then the next question was, would he put his name on it?
It was sort of a rule between us and from Barney's foundation that he should not name things after him.
The highest form of Jewish charity is not to put your name on a building. And I begged him to do it because I really said it would bring out other donors, and Marin County did not have a lot of generous people at the time. So I pushed, and I failed. So then I talked to Barbara, and she talked him into it.
In this case, I said, you are going to be the leader of something totally new in Marin, and you should have your name on the building. And I'm very happy that he grumpily said yes.
Today it's different. It's much more active, much more vital. It's really just a beehive today, where it wasn't so much that way at the beginning.
It has evolved quite a bit, and it's really become sort of the hub for the whole community.
But of course, it's much more. It's been a hub for Jewish life in Marin with outstanding performing arts, with adult education and many Jewish engagement opportunities. The integration of isolated seniors, ensuring that they have an active life, and engaging families, not just those in the preschool, but beyond, of very diverse backgrounds.
JCC is really a place where everybody blends in. I mean, no matter where you come from and what your religious persuasion is, or what your color or ethnicity, or what gender you are, if any, whatever. I mean, it doesn't matter. That's where it all comes together.
As an adult now, and as someone that has kids in this Jewish community, I really realize how special it is.
It could be a total hub for democracy on every level. Today, since we are looking at, let's say, a division in our nation, I think hubs like this will be more and more important for the fusion, not the division.
The Osher Marin JCC is a flagship in the work that we are doing. It is a leader, it is a model in programming, is a model in engagement. Judy Wolf Bolton has been from the first a wise mentor and counselor for me, and I know for countless others across the field. To be celebrating with her and with the Osher Marin JCC is a great privilege.
The Osher's gift really has brought so much pleasure and life to so many people. They've created something here that is a unique center of Jewish life, and that is one that my parents and their contemporaries saw, and certainly my sister and I see, and our kids see.